Hello, 41 years old and homeless and living the dream here. I am just waiting for a job and I can't get a place to rent because I can't prove my income when I don't have a job to get an apartment. So I gotta rent a bedroom or crash on someone's couch until I can get a job and then prove my income just to get an apartment. That's ridiculous. But I wanted to make a video just for fun. I said this a little bit more crudely, and I'm not sure if I'm going to post that video from June 17th, but not much changed. So I was going to make the video about people that think they earned their income, and they think they earned their job and their living, and they think that the earnings are because they were worth more than other people, and that they did such a good job that they earned that, like, they're better people or something. And I think in society that's been true, that people feel that way because they became a doctor, an engineer, or something, even just an electrician journeyman, and they make money and they've worked hard and they feel like that was difficult. And it's sort of just a crock of shit. And I think people are really fucking ignorant in Canada and all over the world in that way, that they think that the human brain in one person, such as a man, is different than that of a woman or another man who's homeless when he's 41 years old because stupid terrorists at work couldn't handle working with him when he was working quicker than them, and they looked bad and stupid shit like that. And I've been in and out of jobs because of a poison investigation, and I've had no ability to work more and without losing a job, to keep my job instead of moving to another place, or to get the right job, because sometimes you get paid double just because the company you work at, which is really stupid, but it's almost mandatory. Otherwise people don't work at that company, and it might be an essential service, an essential company where they need guys at it, so they got to be the first one to take guys in, and then the guys that get it, they got lucky, right? But you didn't earn it. And I think people are so stupid that they think they did. They feel like, well, look, I have a big fancy house and I got money and I kept my job for 40 years or more, 50 years, from 20 to 70 years old. And I've done so well, some people think, that they feel like when someone didn't do well, that person did it to themselves. They didn't try hard enough. They just didn't want to do the work. But what normal person with a reasonable mental capacity, and their mind is working properly and their body's functioning properly, and all of that is normal health, what person wouldn't want to go to work and have a career, have people that know them, that care about them? What person wouldn't want that? So when you think you earned your wage, you're actually kind of an ignorant, stupid person, because a homeless person wouldn't be homeless unless someone made them homeless. And like I've said, if you're a poisoner, a rapist, a murderer, an abductor, and then you become homeless because someone's torturing you with poison, that's not right either, because you shouldn't be keeping them around, putting us all at risk. When I almost look the same now, while I'm homeless, sitting in a cot instead of working on Wednesday afternoon here. And, well, what did I do wrong, right? I just never had that life, right? If you got that life, then you earned everything, and if you don't, then you didn't. And it's a really ignorant perspective, but I think people that are basically treated like slaves for no reason, and they're going through this poison torture of a life in Canada as well as around the world, they should be given a free house. They should be given a living wage until they can get back to work gladly, because they want to go somewhere and do something with their life. They don't want to just stay at home all day. I mean, even if video games are cool, no one wants to do that for 40 years. It's ridiculous. So anyone who's doing that is literally disabled, and they should not be treated like that, but they are, and there's nothing we can do except promote 7 years recovery, and you just stay home and use a door bar if you're worried, and hopefully no one's coming into your place and no one's messing you up and putting things in your mind, and just maybe they can get better, right? But if they don't deserve a house because they're a torture victim, they've earned a lot more fucking money than any other piece of garbage in North America, because they didn't do anything wrong. And a lot of other people at work are garbage. Everybody knows it. There's always those stupid people that no one wants to work with, and they say shit like I'm saying now, but they say it to you for no reason at work. You're trying to get things done, and they start up a conversation, and they can't handle the feedback, and they end up being stupid with people at work all the time, and it has to be their way all the time, even if they're not the engineer. And then they talk shit about the engineer because they don't know that, but they think they know more, and they think they're doing better. But if they're doing better, why don't they give that other guy a chance? Because he did something too. He went to university. And yet all these clashes in the workplace just show that people are really stupid, ignorant people. None of you earned your wages. None of you earned anything. If I was a billionaire, I would feel like I must have just got that money dropped on my lap, because anyone else could have had the same mind and the same thinking as me to earn that money. So I didn't really earn it. I just got it. And now I have it, but I know how I got it, and I know how lucky I was to think of what I had to do to actually get that money, and I know how hard I might have had to work to get that money with the idea that I had in a normal mind that was able to do all that and withstand the long hours and the hardship, give up things in my life to get that. But without a strong mind, without a strong body and a physical, mental reality that makes sense, where you're actually treated like a human instead of a slave, you can't ever earn any money if people don't let you. So earning is really a stupid concept, because you didn't earn it. You just got well enough, or you were well enough that you could actually do a job and do something that made sense with your life. And then you got stuff, and you probably got a house. Otherwise, I mean, what kind of poor country are you in when you don't even have a house? You have to go in some apartment or some gangbang unit because you want to just stay in a place and just barely live? Like, so if you can't even afford a house when you earned everything and you got lucky and earned so much, that's ridiculous. So, and then once again, if you're like a slave poison victim that can't even earn anything, you should be given a house. And the houses don't need to be 2,000 square feet. They could be 400 square feet with 2 bedrooms, maybe even just 1 bedroom. But it's a detached house. You got your personal space. You can renovate it a little bit. You can fix it. You can maintain it. Or you can just live kind of separate from other people with your own job and your own life. And you don't have to be homeless. And you stay in one city, which promotes not traveling, which is one of the worst things humanity ever came up with, because there's all different cultural clashes. And whenever you leave a place where you had family, friends, colleagues, coworkers, and you go to another place, you got to be a victim. Don't mess me up, pigs. You got to be a victim of mind control, torture, rape, slavery, something really fucked up. Because who would abandon their family and friends just to go and be alone and then be in another country and try to make it work there, where it's going to be harder than in the country they came from? But I mean, that happens all the time, and those guys are going through that. And how does that ever get better when you treat them like this because they couldn't get a place to rent? Ontario Works doesn't cover anything. You don't get anything. You just got to wait and be homeless for a month until someone hires you. And then what, just pay for hotels with your working wage until you get a pay stub or two to actually prove your income for an apartment? That's ridiculous. Canada is fucking pathetic. But, I mean, this is it. So I kind of wanted to make a video about that. A little bit nicer said than the other one, but the other one was still good too. And this is just June 18th, so that's all I could remember to say, but I was kind of getting messed up there midway through the video again. And that's 41 years of terrorism that hasn't been dealt with in Canada. Good job. Good job, Canada. Still here. Oh, and the other video, it was pretty bad. If I don't put it up, it was bad enough that, like, why do I look almost better now when I'm just sitting out here in a cot? Homeless for the second day now. Good job, pigs.